The war in Ukraine has shown that uncrewed platforms, aerial as well as naval, would play a critical role in future conflicts. The U.S. military is learning from this war and is working to deploy several types of uncrewed platforms. A very interesting implementation is being undertaken by the U.S. Navy. The service has announced its plans to deploy a torpedo-tube launch and recovery (TTL&R) uncrewed underwater vehicle (UUV) capability on an operational submarine for the first time. This deployment is scheduled to begin by the end of 2024 in the European Theater of Operations. Although submarines have previously deployed UUVs, the TTL&R system enhances the ease of deployment and retrieval, thereby increasing capability, reach, and maneuverability in the undersea domain. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how the TTL&R system for UUV could add new capabilities to U.S. Navy submarines. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big Four auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Vice Admiral Rob Goucher, the U.S. Navy's Commander Submarine Forces, told the Naval Leaders Combined Naval Event 2024 (CNE 24) conference in Farnborough, UK in late May, "We're going to install UUVs on a submarine, USS Delaware, starting in a couple of weeks, and they'll deploy by the end of the year." Vice Admiral Goucher added, "We're already looking at who's going to be next to start installing so that we continuously have a submarine-operated vehicle." Delaware is a Block III Virginia-class nuclear-powered attack submarine (SSN). It was commissioned in April 2020 and is the 18th boat of this class. Each Virginia-class submarine has 4 torpedo tubes. Vice Admiral Goucher explained that delivering a fully integrated SSN-based UUV capability is a key development priority as part of building the USN Submarine Force's future operational posture. "From my perspective, we're not operating UUVs enough in the submarine force," he added. This capability development process will be accelerating in 2024, Vice Admiral Goucher said. Delaware's deployment will involve an HII Remus 600 UUV. This type of UUV was launched from the Delaware's torpedo tube and was recovered the same way during a test in late 2023. Remus 600 has a length of 4.3 meters and a diameter of 0.7 meters. It weighs 320 kilograms when neutrally buoyant. Vice Admiral Goucher said, "The intent is we'll start installing it in about a month. Delaware will deploy about 6 months later, and then when the boat gets over to the European theater, we're going to look for opportunities to do exercises." On deployment, the boat will be tasked by operational commanders in the region. They'll base that on what the exercise opportunities are or what challenges they have that we might be able to employ those vehicles against, the Admiral added. "There are a number of different things we can do with the vehicles, and we'll certainly look for every opportunity." Vice Admiral Goucher stated, "We want to get out there and get sets and reps." In December 2023, Delaware was used in the Navy's second successful test of a TTL&R capability. The first test took place earlier that same month in the Pacific. Vice Admiral Goucher explained to the CNE 24 conference that a TTL&R capability is integral to bringing UUVs, an emerging technology being developed largely in the commercial world, into more regular current naval operational use. The U.S. Navy is still developing both its use of UUVs and TTL&R integration, and will spend the coming months testing options for deploying the UUV from Delaware. Vice Admiral Goucher said, "We just need to get out and operate. Sure, there's a chance things don't go right, but we need to take the training wheels off and learn faster, particularly when we can shift risk from people to robots." The TTL&R capability is an example of new concepts and technologies being developed under Pillar 2 of the trilateral AUKUS, that's Australia, UK, and US, strategic partnership. Development of the capability demonstrates how the three navies are now starting to move out on delivering outputs from Pillar 2, Vice Admiral Goucher said. TTL&R for UUVs will also help SSNs contribute to subsea and seabed warfare operations. Seabed warfare is a burgeoning area. Everybody recognizes the need to defend our underwater infrastructure, said Vice Admiral Goucher. Uncrewed capabilities like remotely operated vehicles are a primary option for use in defending or attacking seabed infrastructure. That's another priority we're going to move out on and start building the sets and reps to be able to cover that mission area, he added. Overall, Vice Admiral Goucher concluded, "We're going to push to more exercises and development to be able to realize our goal to do more and more uncrewed activities. We're ready to get the curve bending to drive exponential growth in how often we're operating our uncrewed systems." A Remus 600 UUV can be equipped with a dual-frequency side-scan sonar, dynamically focused side-scan sonar, multi-beam echo sounder (MBES), forward-looking sonar, terrain avoidance sonar, photosynthetically active radiation (PAR) sensor, and high SAS 2040 synthetic aperture sonar (SAR). It can also be fitted with a high-resolution still camera to capture images of underwater objects. So the platform can gather significant amounts of data. The ability to recover UUVs into an underwater submarine allows the host platform to stay covert in safe waters, while the UUV conducts surveys and missions in areas the host platform cannot access. The UUV's high-fidelity data can be used for tactical and navigational planning and decision-making, providing effective manned-unmanned teaming for the fleet. This has the potential to greatly enhance the situational awareness. In the future, offensive UUVs could also be deployed. Virginia-class nuclear-powered attack submarines are one of the key elements of the U.S. Navy's undersea fleet. About 22 of these are in active service, and a total of 66 are planned to be built. If the TTL&R system for UUV could be made to work with the submarine class, then this would act as a force multiplier.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.